The Seltos and the Harrier were launched in 2019 and both these cars have seen a few iterations over the years. Let's find out how they compare in today's in-depth CarStats technical comparison. Please subscribe to the channel and share this video with someone considering buying one of these cars because I'm going to be comparing them on a whole host of parameters to give y'all a definitive CarStats on-road score. And monetization, well, sort of has been activated on the CarStats channel. So if you like my content, please consider donating by saying thanks. Stick around to the end of this video because I'll also be sharing the category-wise score sheets. And if y'all have any recommendations on how I can improve my scoring mechanism, please feel free to let me know. And also, if you have any specific requests on car comparisons, let me know again. With that being said, let's move on to the exteriors. And when it comes to the lighting setup, the Harrier has dual function LED DRLs, LED projector headlamps, auto headlamps, and fog lamps. The DRLs are of course a separate unit, not a part of the main headlight unit, which is on the bumpers. Oh yes, before I forget, this is a comparison of the top variants of both these cars. The Seltos also gets LED headlamps, Ice Cube LED fog lamps, auto headlamps, and the DRL is a light bar that stretches towards the Kia logo on the bonnet. Both these cars offer shark fin antennas and rear spoilers with integrated stop lamps. Another similarity when it comes to the exteriors of these cars is that they both have similarly sized wheels, ranging from 16-inch steel rims to 18-inch diamond cut alloys, though the Harrier wears bigger tires. Talking about dimensions though, there is a big difference when it comes to these numbers, with the Harrier being larger overall. It is 250 mm longer while also having a 130 mm longer wheelbase. And so the Harrier definitely has the better road presence, even though the Seltos is a very good looking and premium product. But it is the Harrier that will stand out. When it comes to interiors, the Harrier gets a soft touch dashboard with brushed aluminium and 4 wood inserts, and also a floating infotainment display. The Seltos also gets a leatherette dashboard with satin, silver, piano black or copper inserts depending on the variant. However, on the Seltos, there is this continuous form that houses the infotainment display and the instrument cluster. And a point to note is that the infotainment display on the Seltos is slightly smaller than the one on the Harrier. Here is a general variant-wise breakdown of what these two cars offer when it comes to their interior packages. Now, both these cars get ambient lighting, but on the Harrier, it is a bit more subtle with footwell and indoor lighting. In the Seltos though, the ambient lighting setup is more vivid and controllable or customizable. However, when it comes to interior quality, the Seltos is better, does it better with things looking and feeling more premium and well put together. But the Harrier's interiors is a larger, roomier space to be in and also seats the passengers a little higher up. If the interior is a big deal for you, make sure you get a thorough test drive, but it is more likely that you will like what's available on the Seltos compared to the Harrier. Moving on to practicality, the Harrier offers a larger boot and the better ground clearance number. And to top that, the Harrier also offers terrain response modes, whereas the Seltos only offers driving modes. But since the Seltos is a smaller car, it offers better turning radius. Here are the practicality numbers for your reference. And as you can see, the Harrier is the more practical car, barring its size and maneuverability. Safety-wise, we know that this is Tata's forte, and it is no different with the Harrier, as it offers up to 7 airbags with 6 as standard and a 5-star global NCAP rating. Whereas the Seltos only offers a 3-star global NCAP rating and 6 airbags as standard. Both these cars also have ABS, EBD, ESP, and hill hold functionality as standard, and the Harrier goes one step forward to even offer hill descent control. Both these cars also have level 2 ADAS, but the Harrier offers ADAS with 11 features, whereas the Seltos offers ADAS with 17 features. Now, when it comes to features, both the Kia and Tata are very well known to go overboard with it. There are a plethora of features that are offered in both these cars, like ventilated front seats, a 360-degree camera with blind spot monitoring, rain sensing wipers, similarly sized digital instrument clusters, blah 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 blah, and more. What's better in the Harrier is that the infotainment display is bigger, and even the co-passenger seat is powered, and you get 9 speakers compared to 8 on the Seltos. The advantages with the Seltos, however, is a heads-up display, paddle shifters on the automatic variants, and also a better ambient lighting setup. Not to mention that the Tatas are known to have plaguing issues with their electronics, and so the Seltos will be the more polished and reliable experience. Here are your color options. The Harrier's lineup is more SUV themed, offering exclusive shades like Oberon Black for the dark edition and adventurous tones like seaweed green and sunlit yellow. On the other hand, the Seltos' palette is more urban luxury centric, with options like sparkling silver, gravity grey, and sporty dual tone combos with colored highlights and accents for the GT and X-line trims. Alright, we are now at the most interesting part, that is the engines and gearbox options of these two cars. The Seltos gets 2 petrol engines and the Harrier gets none. The naturally aspirated petrol on the Seltos gets either a 6-speed manual or a CVT, and the more powerful turbo petrol gets either a clutchless manual, or otherwise known as an IMT gearbox, or a slick 7-speed DCT. And whether it's the CVT or the DCT, you get paddle shifters on the Seltos. With the diesel manuals, the Harrier gets the larger 2-liter Fiat-sourced Cryotech engine compared to a 1.5-liter unit on the Seltos. The Harrier is also a lot more powerful, so if it's a punchy diesel you're looking for, you won't make a mistake by going for the Harrier. But if you want the diesel with a good features set too, the Harrier is going to be a lot more expensive. It actually isn't priced very differently from the Safari. Moving on to diesel automatics, yes, both of them get 6-speed torque converter gearboxes, and the price gap also gets a little smaller. And if that's what you're looking for, a powerful diesel SUV with amazing safety, and if you can do away with a few features, the Harrier diesel actually offers really good value at about the 25 lakhs price range. Though you are going to perhaps give up on a lot of features because the Seltos tops off at about 25 lakhs. But because the Seltos has a larger number of engines and gearbox options, it wins this round. Now, obviously, the Harrier is the technically superior car, but it may not be the right car for you, and I'll tell you why. But before that, here are the category-wise score sheets for your reference. The Kia Seltos is a smaller, more nimble product and offers an amazing interior setup and features package for a lot less money. Sure, it nearly isn't as safe as the Harrier, and that's the Harrier's strength, but the Kia offers an amazing proposition when it comes to kit, quality of materials, and also has you covered when it comes to petrol engine options, especially the turbo petrol DCT. That car is going to be blissful to drive and own. The Harrier is a larger car, and if you want to have all the features, get ready to spend close to or even more than 30 lakhs on it. Sure, it's got more power, but it is also a very bulky car, and that isn't for everyone. It isn't very nimble or sporty, but it is a great highway tourer and will have your back covered when it comes to safety as well. If you want features or interior quality, just go for the Seltos. But if you want a big, butch, powerful diesel SUV, you won't go wrong with the Harrier. As for me, since I like smaller cars and petrol engines, I'd put my money on a turbo petrol Seltos with a DCT gearbox. But what would you do? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if I have made any errors, please feel free to let everyone know and I'll pin your comment. Thank you for watching CarStats. I hope this was informative and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and or donate to the channel by saying thanks. It's going to take me a very long way and I'll see you all next week.